Okay. Alright, so right now in the background, please let's call. Give me a second. It's still doing some technical difficulties, unfortunately. As it turns out, the limits of the machine is well limited. Not exactly working with incredibly powerful machines here. It's basically a relatively cheap computer. All right. Some headroom. Should be fine. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Give me a moment. Let's see if this works. Okay, it seems to be working. Okay. Alright, so I am gonna very quickly swap into the other one real quick. Now we're gonna start in a bit because I'm having having a little bit of a time trying to figure out how things are shaping up with new filters and new cameras. I really hope I don't have to reinstall the camera. No CC cleaner. I don't need 50% off. No, thank you. I'll miss out. Thank you. Alright. Gonna dip the audio a bit. Okay. Alright, let's begin. Alright. Hello everyone, my name is Paolo Jasa, and welcome to Manga Drawing Lessons Online. This program is brought to you by the Enoch Pratt Free Library and is currently hosted in the Govins branch of the self-same in Baltimore, Maryland. Now, let's see if the audio okay, the audio is fine. Make sure I actually have my screen up. Alright, so learn how to draw anime and manga characters step by step in bi-weekly and bi-weekly online sessions. Bi-weekly as in every other week as opposed to twice a week. We don't have that sort of funding if I had to do it twice a week. No prior drawing experience is necessary, and supplies and resources for the program will be available at the link that you see over here. This is a sister program to the Manga Drawing Lessons IRL. Join us in our twice monthly in-house programs every other Tuesday. So essentially, when we're not doing one here online, there's one in-house, which is upstairs in the Govins branch, where we basically break out all of the fun, drawing supplies that real manga artists use, and just have some fun. I think last week I actually had to do a little bit of house cleaning, housekeeping, when I was trying to get these nice, trying to salvage some of these pen nibs that like you use in dip pens with G pens and stuff. But unfortunately, all the not the nibs, but the holders all worked. But unfortunately, I had to throw out all of the nibs because they were almost completely rusted shut with old ink. So, which is why I also brought pen cleaner to show you how that process works. But so if you want to join us there, IRL, we'll be there in next Tuesday. Yeah, next Tuesday. Yes, next Tuesday, the first one in April. Yes, I have that correct. Anyway, wait a minute. What? Oh, okay, that's why. So it says here that this event is part of Summer Break Baltimore. It's kind of jumping the gun there a little bit because all of these ones are also included in May and June, which will be included in Summer Break Baltimore, but like that's not a thing yet. We're planning for it though. We expect it to be a fun, good time. Anyway, so welcome to the lesson. Let's start with the um, what's called Google Drive that all the other lessons are plugged into, which should be what's it called? Yeah, Manga, the resources and supplies for the program, which is this Google folder right here, with a couple of art lessons scanned in from Son of Books available at your local library here in the Govins branch and elsewhere in Baltimore, and a couple of assets, because if you didn't notice when you clicked on the YouTube video, I actually updated Ellie, Evie here. So this was our very first drawing of Evie. Come on, come on. All right, let me just check the. There we go. This is our very first drawing of Evie, which is, there we go. Which is basically our mascot for this lesson, and like a fun way to show you how to do digital drawing in our lessons. This was her initial drawing, and as the years keep coming and they don't stop coming, we made versions of her for the posters that you see upstairs with QR codes and without QR codes and all that. To the point that I actually updated the YouTube thumbnail to be more accurate for the Tuesdays at 3, and just gave her a slightly more updated look. The colors are all the same, and so is the her like big floppy sweater and her hairstyle. Otherwise, it's a more up-to-date version, and honestly, I like it better. And I had a bit of fun doing like the water blot, ink blot thing in the background to help it pop out a little more. But thus far, we're going to continue drawing said mascot character in the in our session here, because what I wanted to do is to create a character turnaround sheet, which hold on, which is what okay, which is what we're working on here. Let me quickly switch to the I'm gonna switch over to the Google Photos, because I think I have there it is, character sheet examples here that we can look into. We've discussed this in other lessons prior, but we're gonna show you a load up. I know it's more I'm about to say it's not that fuzzy, is it? No, yeah, it's not that fuzzy. It was just loading. Okay. So what you're gonna see right now is our version of the character turnaround sheet, or like a basic character design sheet, what have you. This is a kind of really easy way to visualize the character, from like, oh hey, I'm drawing this character again and again. I might as well have like a reference sheet, also called a reference sheet, I guess. Character reference sheet, character design sheet, character turnaround sheet, all the same thing. Essentially, they're all ways to kind of make sure the elements of the character, in this case Evie, is I was gonna say appropriate. No, consistent. Consistent as we keep drawing her. Because hopefully in the future we're gonna put her in like a comic or manga page or something. I don't know what sort of like character she'll be, but she's just a character or a mascot, so she can be anything you want them to be. All right, so this is currently our version. Yes, this is currently our version, and I'm just going to show some examples that we managed to find online from both professional and amateur artists. Oh, I don't say amateur. Professional, like working artists, and like folks who do this for fun and profit. Haha. For example, this is from Caldatier, from of their character Ninom Bughao, which I think means think Boy Thunder in Tagalog, or Boy a Cloud Boy or something. It doesn't translate exactly like that, and I'm pretty sure I'm mistranslating it. But essentially, it basically shows the main character, character design, and character sheet, the character design, emotions, expressions, and like kind of the way that they would move if they were like animated or put in a comic. Let me see. I know yeah, there's Cantaloupe, Rory. That's a fun one. So this one has all of her elements of her character in it as well, like her armor, put on and put off. What's it called? A few expressions and her axe, because entire premise for Dog Knight RPG is there a whole bunch of dog RPG characters. There it is. I was looking for this one. So this is an actual like character sheet for Paradox from Steven Universe, from the Steven Universe cartoon and Cartoon Network. Notice that there's like design like no-nos and in terms of like her chest diamond and her consistent colors, both in shade and out of shade, a couple of expressions, seated, movement, that sort of thing. It's really cool. And I want to do something like that here. Although I think what I'm going to do is just a regular pose, a turnaround, and some character expressions as well, because I need to work on that. It's not really easy. Anyway, moving along. Okay, just making sure that the frames are okay. No dropped frames. Still live. Okay, cool. So far as I can tell, the digital filter thing is still working, although there's a bit of a delay because, you know, it's just another layer of filter. I am very tempted to ask for like a green screen in the background. I know that's going to take a lot of time to like put up and then put down every other session, unless I do it in the morning or something. But more to the point, we're going to get started on drawing or continuing to draw Eevee. I believe I wonder if I want to do like a full color of this. I'm tempted, but I'm torn between doing like a sketch, and then inks, and then color. Or if I just do one big like color illustration and then do the rest of the time. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sketch them all out first, and then ink them all out at the same time. So if I change my mind inking for one, it's not like inconsistent. So do them all in one sweep each time. I need some water. Always stay hydrated, guys. Slurp stream. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see this? Oh no, it's blurring it. No, oh no. Okay, I'm just messing with the filter now because it's trying to recognize where my face is. And that's a little wonky when you have like a water bottle. I just wanted to show off the water bottle to show the like anime stickers that we have here. If you are a teen and are in the area in the Govins branch, feel free to say hi, and we have anime stickers we can give out, because of course we do. All right, let's get started. So as I've said before, we're using Clip Studio Paint. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we're good. We're using Clip Studio Paint, and with Clip Studio Paint comes these really hold on. I'm just gonna adjust my mic so that I don't have to lean over too bad. I think I'm going to also hold on a hot second. I think I'm gonna change the music. It's a little too interesting. There we go. That's better. Okay. Sorry. I had to change the music from like this really fun future funk playlist that like is really fun. Something a little bit more calm, because I like to work that way. I noticed that whenever I'm doing art as well, when I have to have a... Oh, okay, I have to... Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do all these. Is this already... Oh, it's even lower. Okay. Yep. There it is. Oh my god, I thought I messed something up. Okay, no. So, what you saw there was basically the ruler. That when you put your 3D model into CSP, and this is very advanced, you can also have show like perspective in a ruler thing. You don't need that. At this point, I just need this to be like a mannequin to turn left and to turn right. So don't worry about that. If I just clicked something wrong. Oops. No. I'm just gonna adjust the I don't want to say brightness, the opacity of the figures that we have here, so that they're a little bit more uniform to the one that we used the initial sketch for. So also, as you can see, what's it called? It's all on the same sketch line. So what we're going to do is just all on one layer, do all the sketches, and then all on one layer do the inking, and all on one layer do some very simple colors. We're not going to think too hard about this because we want this to be just like the template for any future things that we do with Eevee. And you can think of this as a way to you can think of this as a way for your other characters as well. Use a similar template to make sure that you just kind of have a basic idea of what that character is going to look like, not just in your head but on paper, so that you have a reference. And this is what we're trying to do here. In fact, weirdly enough, the thing that I've been doing before attempting this was use all the prior pictures, illustrations of Eevee in order to create newer ones, which include the new YouTube thumbnail. Which is like not impossible to do, but rather it's just what's it called? Inefficient, I guess. It's better to have like a something here to start with and then continue on with, and that's always fun. Where am I? Yeah, let's get going. You know what? I forgot the ring light. I told myself that I was gonna get a ring light here, but I guess I forgot it. Womp womp. I don't want to rush upstairs because I'm already using it too much time as it is. What did we use before? Nope, that is too thick. Nope. What did we use before? Did we use a design pencil? No, I think we used paper pencil. I think we just used... Oh, no, we used the cream... Yeah, we used the cream pencil. Okay. So, you're not going to see this because we only have one screen here, and I don't have the other screen up. Actually, I could have the other screen up if I really wanted to, but... Actually, could I have the other screen up? Could I have the other screen up? That's a good question. Hold please. No, that wouldn't make sense. I was gonna put like a second screen here to show the other thing that I'm looking at, which is the well, it's the manga drawing lessons folder, where I'm looking at the oldest, or rather one of the more recent versions of Eevee, specifically the one where she's sitting on a cube with the QR code for the YouTube channel on it. which I think still works, but I'll have to double check. I'll have to double check next time. Oh, excuse me. But more to the point, let's get started. So the one qualm I have whenever it comes to anime stuff is they refuse to draw noses. And I really dislike that, only because, like, it kind of doesn't, like, the nose is on the face. There's gotta be a nose. Um, and I want to make sure that Evie has a nice big honker, on her face, just like I do. And so I purposely make sure that her nose is like kind of thick. So it's easier to do when her side is, when you're trying to draw her in 3/4 of a view and in profile, but directly facing onward like I'm doing here is a little tricky. I think what I did for the other one is, it's kind of cheating because it's like on one side, but in direct view I have to just show like the just a hint of, yeah, just a hint of nose. Right now she doesn't have much of a expression, because this is a character design sheet. So if it kind of looks like she's completely out of it, that's because she is not real. Let's see. So that quick and dirty method of like putting in what's it called, putting in where the eyes would be, is like adding a mask. I'm not gonna think about it too hard. I need to finish this. I don't need to finish this per se, but rather I want to be able to focus a bit more on the other designs, or other designs. I've drawn Eevee several times already, and like, I don't want to say that she's my favorite character to draw, but rather it's one of those things where you draw someone often enough, you can essentially draw them like you're drawing someone in the back, drawing someone in the back of their hand. I need to remember that they also have the Ramona flowers bangs right here. Whoa, what is this? Oh no, what happened? Then the back of her head. Kind of more droopy like this, because, and we have add her little anime cow tail, just like what's it called, the like the Dorito from Butch. What's it called? What's her name? Like Niji-san from Bocce the Rock. Okay. Looks like a wolf. Oh dear. How big is this eraser? Good lord. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Having a bit of a hard time making decisions for how plump her ponytails up here is supposed to be. From what I can tell, they vary very much, very, very much in size. But at the end of the day, um, they're basically just hair extensions. I give her a bit more pointed chin than that. Okay. So we're also making it so that the big, oversized hoodie basically um, hangs kind of loosely off of her. It's very big. Um, it's very big. Like most big, comfortable hoodies are supposed to be. Um, and so, have I ever drawn this thing straight on? I'm pretty sure I have. Hold on. Now I have to. Now I'm literally second guessing my own character design. And this is why you should make these things. What did I put here? Yeah, no, it's like this little button thing. Mm. Okay. Yeah. So I did put holes in there. That's me. Mm. Okay. So, front-facing version of Evie, basically instead of having her head like pointed a little this way and a bit to the right, so like the ponytails would be like instead of like straight up would be straight down, which is what that's doing here. Um, Instead would just be kind of straight up because her face is just directly facing you. As for the hoodie, it's big, it's poofy. I think I have her wearing like an undershirt or just a regular shirt underneath. Um, I should add that detail as well. There we go. Let's see. As for, did I give her cool kicks? No, I just gave her like shoes. Essentially the equivalent of like Doc Martens, I guess. Righty. Okay. That's good for the upper body. Now let's do the lower part. Actual picture references for her shoes, because I've kind of varied it each time. In this drawing, it's like red with like red sneakers with I think pink highlights. And come on, load please. Okay, there it is. Like the moment I go to the other window, it loads up. And the one where I made it kind of a fantasy type thing, it has red boots with green like shoes, but like, and then the steampunk one is in sepia, essentially. So I don't actually have like a canon pair of shoes. It's canon spelled CANON, pair of shoes, unfortunately. So, meh. We'll see. We'll see what we can work with. Oops. Oh. As for pants, I think we kind of already gave her like these loose fitting jeans. You know the type, the ones that are really comfy, despite being ages old. Um, I think the break in the jeans was somewhere like here, where she basically has to, um, let's see. So I think for her canon shoes, I'll just give her high tops. Um, because I honestly can't be asked to make anything more complicated than say high tops for people's shoes, because Lord Almighty, that's a lot of thing to draw. Come on. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah. Up, up. It's looking to, it's shaking out to be a good so far. Although I think I made her eyes a little too big in this one. Let me fix that. There we go. That's better adjusted to be like that. Nice. Obviously, she's not always wearing makeup or something. That's just the eyelids. And to easily convey that there are eyelids, it kind of looks like mascara, but can't be helped. I might be able to fix that in post. Not post. I may be able to fix that in inking, but we'll see. At about 20 minutes, I think that should be enough time to go over some notes of that initial drawing and possibly finish the next one if I really give it some juice. One moment. Slurp stream. Always be hydrated. Hold on. The filters are like trying so hard to capture, filter and defilter my face. That's funny. Oh my goodness. Hey, I might have to ask work for a green screen. That is just easier at this point. But don't worry about that. Anyway, I have the ring light. I just forgot to pop it up today because I'm working with so many new things. And anyway, oops. So back to Evie. Oh, I didn't even finish the details on her shoes. Hold on. Maybe we'll add like detail elsewhen. Maybe add detail later, uh, when we're like inking the final piece. But I think we'll just add like Doc Martens. Question mark. Right here. So, character notes. Just to make sure I remember those details. There are the hair ties on each of the ponytails. The big comfy big 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 old loose jeans and Doc Martens question mark, because I think Doc Martens are a brand, so maybe just quote unquote Doc Martens, because they're like comfy shoe. Well, they're tough shoes that will last you until you grow out of them or until you die, because that's shoes for you. All right. 15 minutes. Okay, so that's Eevee in profile. I just said that doing Eevee's nose would be a little bit more what's it called, easier on this one, because it's kind of round. It's a big honking chonker of a nose like me. But now we have to just do things in profile. Oh boy. Hold, please. Have I seen Eevee in profile? Hold on. No, technically I haven't. That's frustrating. Oh, I made her nose a little too small on this one. Oh well. Yeah, it's always been 3/4 profile, 3/4 view, or straight at, or like this way or this way, but always 3/4 view, but never in profile. Which means I basically have to draw her profile in this one. Have I drawn her ears? Yes, I have. I've got to have drawn her ears. Okay. Justice for people with big noses. Right, this is a little messy and wonky, but only because I don't have a reference picture of someone with big ponytails like that over to the side. I will have to fix that when I can, but for now, assume that this is what she looks like, at least from profile. And because I am a gentle, benevolent god, you're probably not going to see her in profile very often, only because I don't like drawing her in profile. It kind of looks messy. Um, and I think I always underestimate how much fabric the wool, the hoodie, the hoodie hood needs. Keeping an eye on the time, I promise. I think because the sides are so symmetrical, I'll just draw one side and delete the other one, and push this one a little closer to the side. So I have more room to play with on this end. I need reference. I should have used reference when I'm making these shoes. Because now I basically have to wrap them around like saran wrap. On the feet, on the feet, on the feet. So, with that in mind, this is just a sketch. I'm trying not to be too terrified about how wonky it looks, because it is just a sketch. We'll add more details to it on a later date, probably next week, quite honestly. When we have a couple more reference pictures of how Eevee would look like from the profile. This chin is a bit too out. There we go. That makes it a little better. Actually makes her look like they're appropriately aged, which is a young adult, like the teens who voted for her name. What's it called? If any adults are surprised about how tall they are, I don't know if you've met any teens, but they can get pretty tall. It's the hormones, and also the substantial amount of protein in American diets. Or rather, the not insubstantial amount of protein in American diets. About 5 more minutes. Alright, so I'm gonna head and do the very important part of hitting save. Boom, we're saved. Alright. So, essentially what's happened here is we've gone ahead and sketched out a little bit of what Eevee would look like. From profile and side view. So profile and straight ahead, and kind of like a quarter turn with a pose. I kind of cheated on the other shoe there, if you can see that. But essentially, it's shipping up to kind of a good sketch to what Eevee would eventually look like. Hopefully we'll finish this character design sheet by May. I mean, what can you expect? Like, this takes some time. And inking, so does inking, so does sketching, so does making colors. And I think I want to do at least a couple of expression studies, which can be its own thing a little bit after. But we're going to keep working on this. Probably not before I make a, what's it called? Illustration of, you'll see Eevee again, for the Summer Break Baltimore poster for Manga drawing lessons, because we need to encompass both, because this is March and April, and so the other one is May and June, so that's gonna be fun. Oh, that's not great. Okay. Alright, I had a fun weird notification on my phone. But yeah, that is Eevee. That's what they're supposed to look like, at least on the outset. I don't know if there's going to be anything interesting in the back, but we'll see. We'll see. I wonder if I can just... slowly inching its way forward. There we go. Saving again. Ding. We got about 4 minutes. I think we should wrap this up. The mid-afternoon sleepies always gets me. That's on me, bud. Anyway, so we'll continue on this a little later. Let me go ahead and do this. There we go. Oops. Go ahead and do this. Move it right here so everyone can kind of see it. Double check on OBS to make sure everything's still there. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and continue this a little later. Only because we're straight up running out of time. And we'll just go over a couple of things as we move along. So, as I mentioned, we're going to continue creating this character design sheet, character reference sheet, character turnaround, what have you. Essentially, it's going to be the plans, or rather the foundation for whatever thing that we're going to put the character into. Um, One of the things that I really wanted to do in this lesson, or rather in this series of lessons, is to go into like, actual making manga, making comics. I don't think we're going to get into animation. I don't think my digital stuff can work with that, unless this computer gets really friendly with Blender, which I don't think it will because it's already chugging along as it is. Um, so this is going to be a foundation for other things we're going to do with this character in terms of more complicated, you know, comics, comics, manga panels, that sort of thing. Hopefully, I can draw her doing like a big, it's not a Kamehameha blast or the Dragon Ball Z blast, because technically that's copyright. We'll just do like a magical spirit energy blast, because that would be fun. But having this foundation whenever you create a character really helps, because stringing together like a whole bunch of different references or past illustrations is doable, but again, not very efficient. And when you're trying your best to, trying your best to create a, really? Come on. And when you're trying your best to create a character, like really cement a character in your head um, so that their proportions stay consistent. There it is. That's the word. Whenever you want to work with a character, and you want them to remain as consistent as possible, having something like this really helps have a baseline for anything else that you would put them in. I kind of put the cart before the horse whenever I did this, when I initially did this, because I've already created like kind of alternate universe versions of the character with the steampunk thing and the fantasy thing, because A, I wanted to, and B, it's kind of fun. Not gonna lie. This is creating character sheets like this is fun and interesting, but is also a little bit like eating your vegetables. Make sure that in order to create a like consistent look all throughout, like we saw with the Steven Universe character sheet, it allows character animators, it allows character design, other like artists in that production team, at least in animation, to make sure that character remains consistent. In comics, same thing, except they have a better idea of what you're able to kind of stretch and exaggerate, while also keeping the idea of that character in straight, not straight line, but like, again, consistent. I really want to get into just finishing the sketches up here, and then maybe sketching out a few expressions, maybe another action pose or some action pose with some perspective or something. That'd be fun. But more or less, I'm really happy about what we've done so far. Hope to continue that a little later. Hopefully we can continue that later. I'm glad that we're just able to see Eevee from profile view at least, because then I know what they actually look like from that angle. But as we are coming up to the end of the session, as I've said before, and I will say again, thank you for joining us here at the Govern's branch of the Enoch Pratt Free Library for another session of manga drawing lessons online. We'll be here again next week, same time, same place. Hopefully, continuously, same time, same place. From 3 to 4 every other Tuesdays. And again, this program is brought to you by the Enoch Pratt Free Library here in Baltimore, Maryland. My name is Paolo Jasa, and we'll see you later, guys.